Hello everyone, welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
We're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today we are talking with John Dodonna, Program Chair and Artistic Director at Valencia College Theater and Creator, Director, and Writer of Phantasmagoria Orlando.
He's here to tell us his vision for the future of Valencia College Theater and Phantasmagoria Orlando. Welcome back, John.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you. So you are just a huge arts advocate in our community. One of the things that you promote and talk a lot about and are passionate about is collaborations and partnerships.
Yeah.
Can you tell us why that might be the future of arts?
Well, it's the building blocks. You know, it is the building blocks of a community. And no matter how you move forward, it has to be as a community. Now, granted, you have multiple theaters, multiple dance companies, multiple arts organizations that all have to have their own self-interest as well. But the more they build the community, the more people are going to come to them. You know, there is no, people talk about competition. There is no real competition. If I go see your show and it's wonderful, I'm going to go see your show and be intrigued by that, you know? So it kind of builds upon itself. And I think that's why collaboration is important, also because we don't know all the answers. I don't know about symphonies. So who did I call? You, right? Or if somebody has a certain skill set, they're going to reach out to somebody else for that kind of a thing. And on the break, we were talking about just kind of knock on the door. That was very interesting to me, because you're right, you just have to ask, you know? At Valencia, we did a project that I'm going to throw in here, because you talked about, maybe the future and stuff. We did a project recently called Division, which was a mass collaboration with the community and with major organizations. It was a play about Trayvon Martin and Jordan Davis. It was a docudrama. And first we started slowly reaching out to the community, and that went very well. And we started doing all these wonderful interviews. And then, with the first person's contact who gave me courage, we reached out to everybody. So by the end, we had the Trayvon Martin Foundation involved, the Jordan Davis Foundation involved, Ron Davis himself came down for opening night, Francis Oliver. Through them, we've reached out to the family of Emmett Till now, the family of Oscar Grant. We've had some, and that's just by asking. And that is collaboration. You know, having somebody like Ron Davis come down here and support us, that is collaboration in itself, and learning for the students and everything. So that's why it's so important, because we grow. As we grow, our community grows. As our community grows, we get even bigger.
Is that your leadership style, collaboration?
With all the pros and cons of that.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to collaborate, and it's harder for others, and that's okay, you know what I mean? And collaboration leads to some obstacles. Getting past those obstacles is where the real collaboration happens.
What would some of those obstacles be? What would be a con for collaboration?
Sure. An artist, let's say a designer or someone who doesn't share the same vision. They need to find that coalescence. And you can't be a director and just say, no, it's my vision. You have to start sharing visions a little bit, and that's where it gets hard.
Give and take a little bit.
The give and take, because it's not just, yes, every team needs a leader. This is true. But they must work together as a team.
And take turns with the leading and following. I think that's what I love about improvisation so much. Our show director would often say, when it's time to take the lead. When it's time to support. and there the dance begins.
Yes, and that's a great word to use. It is a dance. And you have to be willing to take that dance. You can't just shut down and say, no, it's my way.
Why is arts education so important? You spend a lot of your time doing that, but why is it important to our community?
It's important to everybody. Arts, we hear all these words, art enriches, art, it's true. I like to tell people how I used to teach a wonderful acting class for lawyers at Barry University. Because it did enrich them. It gave them strength. It gave them confidence, right? It makes them think in ways outside the box. And that's what's wonderful about it, okay? Arts doesn't just speak to just artists. It speaks to everybody else. It can inspire.
And also perhaps from an emotional level?
Oh, absolutely, emotional. You're connecting on that level. And that's what real confidence is, right? We don't know what confidence actually is. That's what it is.
What?
It's that connecting.
Connecting.
Connecting back and forth with your emotional, your internal, and your external, and now you have that confidence.
You're validated.
Yes,
because someone has heard you, seen
and
you,
empowered.
Experienced you.
Bravo.
And you therefore are.
Bravo.
Oh, that was so
I love that. Please, that was beautiful.
I know, I said it.
And we all collaborated on that. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous.
So you've accomplished so much already. What's there left to accomplish for you?
Oh, everything.
Tell us something. What are some goals that you have?
With Valencia, it's to continue enriching that program, to bring in more guest artists, to have those students excel, to have them leave Valencia, wherever they go, whether it's going to be to UCF or to Rollins or to an out-of-state college or right into the workforce, to build strong instinctual actors, directors, technicians, etc. With Phantasmagoria, just to keep writing this. I mean, we've been having a wonderful 6 years with the show. We keep expanding. We've moved into the comic book universe now, where we actually are publishing our first comic book. We've moved into the trading card world, and we were a short while ago, we were asked by one of the nation's biggest stores, can we start carrying your stuff? And we're like,
Really?
yeah,
So cool.
we're okay with that.
Yeah.
To keep
great,
expanding
John.
the reach, to do these shows out of state, to do our shows at the special events at the conventions, but still keep the heart of Phantasmagoria there. Probably one of the best invitations I ever got for a convention was a speculative fiction convention, where not only do we get to go and perform, but I get to do a class on deconstructing literature.
Wow.
And that's the kind of stuff, that's the kind of outreach we want to continue to have with Phantasmagoria.
What's your favorite type of literature to deconstruct?
Wow. Some of it is so rich. Poetry, turning poetry into a story. We've done this a number of times, whether it's ancient poems about the Banshee, Earl Desmond and the Banshee, and deconstructing that and turning it into a story. Because it's hard, because structurally that's not what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm deconstructing it in many ways, including just the actual base structure of it. So that's a lot of fun, you know? And then winding your way through a longer form story and creating a shorter form story out of it. You know, I've had to do that with a lot of the Edgar Allan Poe stories. I've had to go through Dickens' works and just isolate a section, pull it out. So it's not the whole story, but it's this wonderful mini story that's within. I like finding those little gems. And then also mixing history, mythology, religion, and literature together. That's the best part. And you know, some people will catch it. They'll go, oh, that's this, oh, that's that. And other people won't. And it just
That's
becomes
okay.
part of
Yeah.
that
But
larger,
that's okay.
the tapestry you
Yes,
talked about, right? It becomes
yeah.
part of that.
It's
Yeah.
all the levels.
Yeah, so that's what I enjoy about that the most.
So we sort of had a little theme going about asking for things. We've come almost to the end of this segment. What would you like to ask of our viewers?
Oh, just go out and see theater. Go out and see dance, puppetry, whatever's out there. I mean, the town is rich with stuff. You know, you hear all those things. Well, there's nothing to do in Orlando. Yeah, there's plenty to do. Whether it's sports or entertainment or anything, just go out there and become part of that community, you know? Because you're going to meet people from all walks of life. I think the Dr. Phillips Center has helped a lot with that. You know, no one knew what was going to happen when the Dr. Phillips Center opened. And I remember when I went to my first show there, I was like, this is full. This is packed.
Right.
And it's people that I know and people I don't know and people from all walks of life. And look, that guy's wearing flip-flops and shorts and that guy's wearing a tux, and it doesn't matter. It's everybody coming together. So just go out and sample it a little bit. There's a lot, whether you want to spend $10 or $100, doesn't matter. Go out there and sample some of what we have.
That's great
So once
advice.
again, if someone wants to get in touch with you, and I love the fact that you've invited any of our viewers to come to one of your
Valencia acting gyms.
The
They are
acting
more than
gym.
welcome to join that.
Even if they're a
Absolutely.
police officer, they can
Even if they're
come.
police officers.
All
In
right.
fact, please come if you're a police officer. I would love to put you in scenes. But great ways to reach me are, again, at Valencia College, jdonna@valenciacollege.edu. You know, I respond to anybody who writes in. You can contact me at Phantasmagoria at our Facebook page. It's a great way to do it. Facebook.com, Phantasmagoria Orlando, or at our website. You can also email me from there, Phantasmagoria Orlando. There's just all sorts of ways to reach me, and I'm open to that. And yes, at Valencia, we certainly invite you to come to our acting gyms, our salons, and our workshops.
That's
do
fantastic.
that
You're just
maybe.
open to what people might want to come and learn from you. That's a true teacher.
Because we'll learn from them.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being
Thank you,
here.
John. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining Joshua and I. We wish our talk with John DeDonna could continue. Truly we do.
We hope you'll support Valencia College Productions and catch a production of Phantasmagoria Orlando. Hopefully you'll see John at a show, and when you do, tell him that Mary and Joshua say hello.
From the heart.